this is a very, very quick transfer roundup because I don't want to spend too much time doing it because I think, touch wood, I think and I hope there's some players coming in, and I'm just aware that this video can get very old very quickly, particularly if we sign someone or someone else signs them. So a very quick transfer roundup, as ever, in conjunction with the OneFootball app. The link is in the description below. I've got all my stories for today from the OneFootball app, who of course put all the West Ham news together. All you got to do is download it from the link below, use it on your phone. It's free to use, and there'll be a little option. It will say who you're following. And I just put on it, I'm following West Ham and I'm following England. And what they do is they put all the news together, get a notification on my phone. And each day I've got all the news and everything I need. And today there's just a few transfer stories, which I'm going to really run through as quickly as I possibly can. Okay, let's go in with the... I often look at a player when I don't know, I've never heard of them before. So I'll look at a player and I think, okay, how realistic is this? The one that I go back to is Youssef En-Nesyri. Never heard of him, hadn't seen much. Took one look at him and thought, oh yeah, this guy would suit David Moyes' system. For the same reason, when I first saw Adam Armstrong, I thought, okay, good player. But I just can't see him playing under Moyes. It's not really what Moyes wants his striker to do. And when you look at the way, I think certainly Benrahma, Bowen, Fornals, all found themselves at centre forward at one time or another during the Leicester game, because Antonio will either drop deep into midfield or drop wide. When I look at that and I look what he did with Arnautovic, I have a suspicion that I have done for some time, that he would like a more versatile forward. I think he looks, rather than a striker in the Chicharito mould, I think David Moyes looks at these players as forwards. And I think that's also why he was happy enough to have Jesse Lingard on board to cover Antonio's absence last season. In David Moyes' mind, Lingard's an attacker, and that's good enough for the system he plays. So I took one look at this guy that we've been linked with, and his name's Gaëtan Laborde, and he's from Montpellier. And I've got to be honest with you, I thought, as soon as I saw him, I thought, okay, I can see this. I can see this. And I'll tell you why I thought this. So I've looked at the clips, you know, in the highlights package from the French league, and I managed to find a YouTube clip that didn't have loads of music on it and a massive you know what they do? Oh, the way they just do the transitions, and they flash up the skills and they repeat the same goal 6 or 7 times. But yeah, okay mate, I get the idea. So I actually found one from the French league of this guy, and he looks good. Firstly, he's about 6 foot. So you can, I do always look for that with David Moyes. I think, okay, that's something that Moyesy would like. Now, whilst he's not the BFG in the penalty box, not the BFG has ever been in the penalty box, but you know what I mean. He's not going to be the man that they target most. You're still going to have to worry about him. You're still going to have to mark him, and particularly if, you know, all the 6 foot plus guys that we got to mark. I thought, okay, straight away, yeah, I can see that. Then I saw him play, and the biggest thing I can say about him, in all the clips I saw him play, he appeared to be a wide player that drifts into the middle and scores goals. Not only that, he's got a trick, he seems mobile, he's strong enough and big enough to hold up the ball, and I don't have him watched. So I probably watched about, well, I watched 2 8-minute videos, so clearly I've watched 16 minutes of him. I'm not sure what foot he kicks the football with. And I'm not saying that because he didn't kick the football at all. He kicked the football plenty. I'm just not sure what was his stronger foot. I'm really not. There would seem to be an equal amount of crosses and goals with the left and the right foot equally, but also he's quite good in the air. He always heads the ball with the same head though, but he doesn't always kick the ball with the same foot. Good player. I thought, okay, this right. Not a world beater by any stretch of the imagination, but I looked at him. A lot of the time he was running back and winning the ball back, and then he would sort of initiate the attack, and it just all looked very, very familiar to me. And so I looked at this guy and thought, okay, I don't discount this. I could totally believe that this guy would play for David Moyes. He's 27, and that would probably, I don't count against him, as I don't think he'd cost a fortune. If they can get someone like this for 15 million, then great. But I don't know if you know, also there's on the app here as well. I don't know what Jim White on. Sorry, the dog's running there. That's Bubbles there. Yes, you see, Little dog there. I assure you there's a dog there. Jim White said that we had 45 million to spend. Now, we all know that Jim White, well, not only has close contacts with the board, I think, it's not even some massive theory. I think it's pretty clear that before Jim White talks about West Ham, he's on the phone to David Sullivan first. He says as much, doesn't he? So I think, at the very least, if Jim White is saying we've got 45 million to spend, then he's, whether we have or not is by the by, he's at least been told by the owners that we have 45 million to spend. Now, I'm not sure of the wisdom of notifying people that we got 45 million to spend. I don't know. I know why it's done. It's done because obviously Sullivan's panicking that us as fans are saying, well, hold on, you've made no signings. I get it. He wants to put the news out there to say, no, there is money for signings to stop us kicking off, basically. So I understand that, but it's gone on for so long now. I just think Sullivan would be better off just waiting another, whatever it is, until the 31st, getting the signings done, rather than, trying to preempt it and head us off at the pass a few days before, But I also don't see the benefit of letting the world know we've got 45 million. But I understand why he's done it. I just don't think it's a particularly good move on that score. So with that, we understand I don't want to talk too much about Zouma. No Zouma talk. Zouma no talk, as we know. But when Zouma come, I think possibly within the next couple of days, I don't think he'd be ready to play against Crystal Palace. That being said, I shouldn't say this, should I? Actually, I'll come back. No, I'm actually not going to say it, because it'll bite me on the bum. I'm not even particularly superstitious, but I'm not going to say what I was about to say. You could probably guess. You could probably guess what I was about to say, but I'm not going to say it. So, if that's 25 million, it leaves us with probably one more big play. Well, it does. We've got 45 million. Clearly, it leaves us with another 20 million to spend. I'm very good at maths. You see, we've been linked with another guy, which is CSK Moscow playmaker Vlasic. He's Croatian. He's 25 million, which could cause a problem if Zouma's 25 million, but you get the idea. He's an attacking midfielder as well. So I think, reading between the lines, and this is not particularly any news to me, because as you know, I did think we were going to bring a couple of players in. I think we're going to get a central defender, and I think we're going to get an attacker of sort. There's other story, and again, it's on the OneFootball app, and it's about us possibly getting Jesse Lingard for 10 million. I can't see it. I mean, that would be great, and that would be a good deal, but do Man United need to sell for 10 million? I'm not so sure. But I do think we are getting into the realms now. We're not just West Ham with other clubs, particularly if they're looking like... It already looks like it's shaping up. The relegation teams are going to come from a certain group of clubs. And if you're not one of those, and you did want Jesse Lingard, then I think you'd probably be looking at it thinking, actually, do you know what? I might just wait and get him for free. 10 million makes it tempting to get him. If it's 25 million, you just think, you know what? I'll wait a year. I'll wait 6 months and get him for half that, or whatever the case may be. There you go. So couple more stories. Jack Wilshere looks like he's going to retire. Linked again with, what's the chap's name? Bamba. Jonathan Bamba. There you go. Same again. And just lots and lots of Zouma talk. So I'm looking forward to a little bit of I would love to be doing a video in the next couple of days saying West Ham have signed a player, and it's Zouma, because we've already got our nicknames, we've got everything, we've got all the jokes made up for Zouma. We're ready. Look, West Ham are ready for Zouma. They're probably ready for Zouma in the medical. All I'm going to say is Hammers Chat 2 are ready for Zouma.